Welcome back, Cooking with KP, a 70s classic with my twist. Instead of a beef Wellington, chicken Wellington. Let's get into it. First off, let's make our duxelle, which is a fancy way of cooked, fine, chopped mushrooms. Put your mushrooms into a food processor, grind them up, and get those into a pan. Once they're all done, add some crushed garlic, put it onto a low heat, and stir them. What we want to do is get all the moisture out of the mushrooms. Keep checking to see how much moisture is left. And once it's all cooked, set it aside, let it cool, and we're ready for our next stage. Dijon mustard, and I mix this with a little bit of water to make it spreadable. We're going to lay out some cling film and our pastry. Now it's time to add our bacon strips. Get them overlapped so it forms a seal against the pastry. It took me a couple of goes, but what you want to do is leave about a half-inch gap between the bacon and the edge of the pastry. Do what you can. Now it's time to lay down our duxelle or our mushroom and garlic mixture. Spread it out with the back of a spoon to make it nice and even. Now it's time for the chicken breast, and unfortunately the chicken breast that I had, well, that chicken had bigger breasts than Pomelo eaters. We're going to strip off the tenderloin, and we're going to put that onto the smaller end of the breast, just to make a nice even size all the way through. Freshly ground cracked pepper, get that seasoned up nicely, and now we're going to paint on our mustard and water mixture. Try and cover as much of the chicken as you possibly can, and this will give it a beautiful flavour. Okay, this is our first fail point, and what we want to do is roll everything up, and we use the cling film like a sushi mat. But it was at this point that I realised I'd stuffed up. The chicken breast was too big for the one sheet of pastry, so onwards and upwards we get a second piece of pastry and we wrap this up. I've done this with beef before, but never with chicken, so it was a learning curve for me. Tuck the ends of the pastry in. I know it looks terrible, but put it in the oven, 180 degrees. Get your sides served. We want an internal temperature on that chicken to be 74 degrees Celsius, which we've got now. And then we have it, our chicken Wellington, well, KP's version of a chicken Wellington. And look, try and make this at home. It tasted great. It didn't work out the best. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe. I will catch you next time. Bye.